What will your degree be in?
Higher education student affairs.
Okay, very good. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You are very deserving. Very,
I
very deserving.
appreciate it.
So, yes. And what a great asset to the team you will be. So,
Very excited.
yeah, yeah. When do you start officially?
The 25th.
Okay.
So wrapping up a few things between
Yep.
now and then, passing off of some of my projects over, um, before I kind of step into the professional role. So it'll be a very interesting transition. But I've worked with these folks for over a year now. Um, they know how I work, I know how they work, and um, I know we're both excited to just make sure that I'm doing work that I'll
Yeah.
be properly compensated for.
Yes, yes, which is wonderful. Um, so I was going to ask you the question EMU prepared you for, but what do you think really kind of prepared you for this position?
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of things. I've been having a lot of conversations about this recently too,
Hmm.
to where I have always said there's so many reasons why I chose to go to EMU. There's so
Hmm.
many more reasons as to why I stay.
Okay.
To where I did meet incredible faculty like you, and then um funnily enough, another Dr. B, Dr. Clyde Barnett as well in the College of Education, um, who really instilled themselves into my no education, but also networking outside of that, to
Hmm.
where I recognize that there's more in the classroom. Like we have this learning beyond the classroom concept. And I know there are students, and I work with them every day, who are, I don't know why I have to do this, and I don't know why I need a LinkedIn. You don't know why you need a LinkedIn. Do you understand how many opportunities there are within that? So there's the faculty component. There's also the staff component to where, yes, I'm from a pretty close local-ish neighborhood. I'm from
Hmm.
Taylor, so about 30
Hmm.
minutes away, and a lot of
Oh, I
my,
love Taylor.
yes, a lot of my classmates also attended Eastern, to where they commuted and I lived on campus, and that made the difference. So getting involved on campus and then not staying in that space while
Yeah.
I was here all the time, and then getting out there and getting to meet people concurrently with my education is really what drove home to what I did. I will say, even though my current um career path and degree, even though it isn't business, that's specifically why I chose management, because to me, that's the most multifaceted of them. And there's always going to be aspects of that that I pull within like higher education, which is also why I appreciate it, because eventually my biggest goal right now is to oversee student staff. And that's where I also see some of the divide, to where there are some folks that work in auxiliary functions in like student life and things like that, to where they don't have the supervisory experience and
Hmm.
knowing how to cultivate a team.
Yes.
But I do
Yes, you
through
do.
experiences in undergrad as well as my undergraduate education.
Yes. And I foresee being able to call you Dr. Villareal in the future.
One day, what now
One
that we're
day,
on track,
yes,
now that we're
exactly.
on track, I've been thinking about the dissertation, thinking it's a very, but again, baby steps, baby steps.
Yes, baby steps, one foot in front of the other. Awesome. What bits of advice would you have for EMU students who are in school right now?
Yeah.
Like, what can they do to really prepare themselves
Mhm.
for the future?
Yes. So clearly we've been seeing a lot of changes in education.
Yeah.
The one thing I always remind students is that in my position as an academic advisor, I can only advise you. This is ultimately your decision, and
Yeah.
whatever you think is best for you is what I want for you. Um, Even though, yes, I think students should get involved, and I think students should try to live on campus at least once,
Mhm.
just to see how it is, because there's also personal development within that.
Yeah.
If whatever choices they are making end up being successful for them. That is how I view student success.
Mm.
Um, because this idea, this journey, this experience is so unique to each individual student, there's no one way to evaluate and measure student success. Um, so making sure that whatever this looks like looks perfect for you is going to be the best way to move forward.
Yeah, I love that. And you can help us promote our professional development
Mhm.
certificate.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
I know. That's why I'm like interested. I don't get to work with like faculty as much just
Mm,
because I work with mostly exploratory now.
right.
But I mean, they already know how many people I know. So I hope I still get to because I have you in my back pocket and there's other individuals as well.
Absolutely.
Very excited.
Do have me in your back pocket. Um, what excites you about coming to work?
Mhm. Every single day is different. This is something I highlighted in my interview. Because like I was saying, every student is different to where they can say what they want their appointment to be, but we go in every other direction. I think the other thing that is unique to myself is that I will be the youngest person on the advising team.
Mm.
To where we make jokes that, oh, they were saying things in the 90s, things in the 90s. I was like, I wasn't born yet. My
Yeah.
birth year starts with a two. Um, to where with the student population I'm currently working with, a lot of them and I have a lot in common to
Mm.
where I will be fully transparent. My voice is gone because I saw Taylor Swift last weekend. Um,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So,
Oh, I saw the picture. I saw the
yes,
picture.
yes. So, also making them understand that, hey, I was in your position too. But also, I'm also human. Um, I like the same music that you might listen to. I watch the same shows, same movies, read the same books, to where that in itself makes sure that I can provide that space and that community, even if it's for like a short advising appointment.
Right.
They know that I'm a person that they can come to. And there's also other little ways that I try to implement that. My office space like is unapologetically me
Mm.
because there are Taylor Swift things and Barbie posters and things like that. But I also keep I also keep like affirmations up just to
Right.
remind students like you are safe, you are loved, you are valued, you are exactly where you need to be. Just to again remind them that even though like I am a staff member, I was in your shoes at one point too, to where it doesn't matter what you need this or want this to look like, it's whatever you need this to look like.
Right.
Um, to
Oh, I
where
think you are going to help so many students.
thank you.
I'm so happy about that. Do you have any other bits of advice as a true EMU alum that you would like to impart?
Yes. So there are so many resources on our campus
Oh, I know.
that are free,
Yeah.
that are included in your tuition, that are
Mhm.
always there. I always run into this conversation and this phenomenon that, hey, did you know that the Holman Success Center has success coaching that can
I
help
just
you?
learned that. Like I've been here 9 years and I
They are
just learned
lovely. They are
it.
so lovely. But they have this or the Swoops Pantry that
Right.
doesn't only just offer food, they also have like a little mini thrift store to where you can get clothes. In addition to that, the career closet.
Oh, I love the
There.
career closet.
And there are so many things to where, again, and even at that, the resume critiques and things like that through our career
Mhm.
coaches,
Mhm.
looking for jobs and internships, also with our career services, to where this is always going to be here. A lot of them are also available to alumni as well,
Yeah.
to where there's so much value within an EMU education, which is why I say try to stick back a little bit after class. Try to explore some things.
Yeah.
Check your email. um,
Be
because
present.
it's always going to be there.
Be
These support
present
offices
when you're in
ones,
class.
yes.
Don't be multitasking, right?
Exactly. To where, again, class is happening right now in this 12:30 to 1:45 time period on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Right.
Outside of this, all of these other resources exist.
Yeah.
So even just shooting an email to see where things might end up, because the other thing is I know for a fact that a lot of these resources, even though yes, we work 8 to 5, but if there's something outside of that we are able to work out,
Yeah.
we're going to do our hardest to make sure that we can.
Mhm. Oh, you're so awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with me.